What's going on, everybody? How you doing? In today's video, this is a donation request. This is for Eric. This is the Tragically Hip. New Orleans is sinking. Westwind. Okay, what does that mean? We're gonna get into that. If you're new here, please subscribe. Check out my videos, all kinds of videos, reaction videos, bass videos, music videos. Check it out. If you like the channel, you want to support the channel, all kinds of ways you can get super thanks underneath this video. You can hit me direct in the description. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Amazon wishlist, mailing address, and I do donation requests just like this one. So if there's something you want me to listen to, watch, talk about, hit me direct, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. In the notes section, leave a link. Leave a description, let me know what you want the video to be on, and I'll make the video. You can also email me at jpanreadsemail@gmail.com. Thank you guys. Alright. New Orleans is Sinking is a song by the Tragically Hip, released November 1989, a second single from the band's first full-length studio album, Up to Here. Song reached #1 on RPM Canadian Content Chart. It was the band's first song to chart in the United States. The song is one of the band's signature songs and still receives consistent radio airplay in Canada. Okay, live workshop. When performed upon a stage, the middle section of the song was typically given over to an extended jam in which lead singer Gord Downie would perform a story or another song. The most famous such version, commonly referred to as Killer Whale Tank, featured Downie improvising an extended story about working as a cleaner in the killer whale tank at an aquarium. It first appeared as a B-side on the band's 1991 CD single For a Long Time Running. In 2022, it was featured on the live album Live at the Roxy. I only saw the Nautical Disaster live, where he clearly was like, and after I went through the after I looked up the lyrics, I was like, wait a minute. He was saying way more than what this, he was saying way more. And that's when I got like, oh, he does this. And I actually kind of think that's pretty cool. So I'm interested to check that kind of thing out more. That's pretty cool. I mean, it makes him, especially if he's improvising it, that's really freaking cool. Because that makes him like, how's that different than a solo? You know, a guitar solo or something. I think that's cool. You know, I mean, it's not scatting. He's not scatting, right? But I don't know. I think that that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess it's a little bit like poetry slam kind of thing, but spoken word or whatever. But I think it's interesting. I think it's kind of cool. In another well-known version, which has been widely circulated as a live bootleg, Downie performed Joni Mitchell's This Flight Tonight. In the version which appears on the band's Live Between Us, he performed David Bowie's China Girl and Beach Boys' Don't Worry Be Happy. The tradition has been used by the Hip as a workshop to test out and develop new songs which have not been recorded. Several of the band's later singles, including Nautical Disaster and Ahead by a Century, began as bridge jams during live performances of New Orleans is Sinking. That's really cool. And this one that we're checking out, Westwind, apparently has Ahead by a Century in it. That's pretty cool. And I saw that final performance, that final song performance, which was Ahead by a Century. I mean, everything that I've heard from this band so far, I like. Rock, blues rock, all that stuff. I'm into that. I'm into it. Very into that kind of music. I'm into blues. I just got done with a video where I talked about all this music that I'm into. I'm like, there's all these things I didn't mention, like blues. You know, like there's a lot of stuff that I'm into. Anyways, anything that's blues based, I'm usually into. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna check this out. Tragically Hip. New Orleans is Sinking. Bam.
If New Orleans is sinking, then I don't want to swim.
This is Pink Pop, 1995.
River blue on the street, loose and complete under skies all smoky blue-green. And campfire shake, a Dixie dead shake, so we danced the sidewalk clean. My memory is muddy, what's this river that I'm in? New Orleans is sinking, man, and I don't want to swim.
Blues, right?
What's wrong? What's going on? Can't
Did he ever do drugs? Was he like a drug guy?
The water's on fire. The
Or an
water's
alcohol
on
guy?
fire.
So this is the middle section, I assume.
There used to be a cookie factory in the West, and so obviously we like the West Wind best. I'm the West Wind. There used to be a cookie factory in the West, and the West Wind blew. We felt like we were blessed. And you know, the wind would almost whisper, "Eat me, come on." First we'll climb a tree, and maybe then we'll talk. I will touch your cunt, you will touch my heart. Then we'll be married, then we'll be man and wife. No dress rehearsal, this is our but that's where the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with the land down. Tonight we smoked and rolled. You are ahead by a century. 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 So disappoint you, get me down. So disappoint you, get me down. So disappoint you, get me down. There's a light bulb hanging
If he's improvising this stuff,
sucking up
that's
to
really
someone
cool.
just to stoke the fire. Picking out the highlights of the
Is he like, does he have like a journal? Is he like,
Saw some little
I wonder what his
clouds that
process is.
looked a little like me.
Now they're back into the song, I'm guessing.
Hands in the river, my feet back up on the banks. Looked up to the yacht above, said, "Hey Clemens, thanks." Sometimes I feel so good I gotta scream. He said, "Gordy, baby, I know exactly what you mean." He said, I swear to God, he said.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Very cool, like it. You know, I feel like in terms of the song itself, New Orleans is sinking. It's like, okay, maybe a better thing would be, what does the record sound like? Right? What does just that sound like? This is more about the performance, which I think is great. Right? All that's cool. I like the whole jamminess of it. How it's open, it's loose. Yeah, it's not too loose. It's still like they're all together. And I like the improvisation within that, specifically with Gord Downie. I think that that's really cool. And it makes me wonder about his process. Does he have like lyric ideas, like things that he already has written down that he's thinking that's in there? Or is he really just improvising stuff, improvising the melody, improvising words, whatever, improvising what's coming out of his mouth next? Because that's really cool if that's what he's doing. I like that. And you could do, you know, I mean, people can do that. You could totally do that. You know, I mean, yeah, it's not about that. It's just, I think it's cool that that's what he's doing and they're working it out on stage. The workshop idea, I really like. Mingus workshop, that's a whole other, that's kind of a different thing. Charles Mingus had a workshop where he would do these jazz workshops where he would, it would almost be like a live rehearsal, basically, where they would work out different songs, different ideas, different charts and stuff like that, and start and stop and things like that. This is different. This is more like a rock band, kind of a garage band kind of workshop where it's like, all right, we're just like, did they have the changes ahead of time? You know, like, okay, we're I imagine the more times I hear this song live, the more I'll be like, oh, okay, this is different or this is different. You know, you start noticing the differences and similarities and all that. So, yeah, I just wonder what their process is going into this. Do they know what changes they're going to play so that everyone is on the same page ahead of time? You know, is that always the same? Do they work that out ahead of time? Is what he's saying worked out ahead of time, or just different things that he wants to hit on, maybe? Or maybe he's just in the back of his head just pulling from like a journal or like a lyric idea, kind of, you know, however, whatever his process is, which I don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm assuming just from my experience, like what he could possibly be doing. Or is he just straight up, it's just coming out and the stuff is recorded, so then they have it. Or maybe in the moment he's like, oh, this worked. Okay, this worked. I like what's going on here. Stuff like that. So that's really cool. I think that's really cool. Yeah, dig it. They're great. They're great. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.